Yeah,
Not a
that's
single
true.
one. They don't have a single bit of lockdown until Palos gets that harpoon and maybe, just maybe, gets a touch of the Mikoto before he immediately phase shifts. If there is an orchid game that I agree with for Darling, it might have to be this one.
Who's building it though? Viper?
At this point, whoever. You just need one. Like,
Yeah.
just give me some form of control because these guys are just gonna zip out of there.
I think one item I'd probably like to see on Viper might be just something like a Gleipnir. Maybe
Yeah.
the Ember Spirit as well.
Yeah.
So I think someone needs to build some more lockdown.
Yeah, for sure. Like 100%. You have all the slows in the world, but with this Dark Seer pick, suddenly things are a little bit foiled. We still do need to watch out for how the lanes are going though. This is a very unorthodox draft that Darling are bringing to the table, hoping to surprise Bleed. I wonder whether that's going to be the case.
There are better deaths. I mean, going out this way, probably not the best for Darling, so there must be better deaths.
Couple of shout-outs coming out in the chat. They're treating this like a show match session or something like that.
Yeah.
As if they're not like one game. But I'm sure they're chill about it, which is nice, right? We already talked about the pseudo pressure coming in from, or at least coming in for Team Darling. It's not really real. And here comes Dric, starting out onto Palos and forcing that blast off away. The aggressive potential from Bleed has just diminished for the next 40 seconds. Darling can just take control of this area.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. We'll see. Bleed, I would assume maybe rotate someone into the top jungle, but yeah, Masaros, he's not there. Never mind. I would say maybe you could get someone into the top dire jungle and take the bounty rune, but Palos is already over there.
So I think we didn't ask this question just yet, and I think it's even more important for this game. Which draft are you favoring?
I'm gonna go with Bleed.
Okay. Just
I think
'cause it's more
everything but the
traditional and it
Dark
makes
Seer is
sense.
clicking for me.
Okay, okay. I can respect that. I'm gonna go for Darling. Because if they I wanna see them win a game with this Viper Vano. It's so disgusting. Yeah, we'll have to see. Oh, another 2-0 draw on the floor.
Okay.
I mean,
Look,
we're cursed,
you didn't
right?
have to
Like,
bring that up.
I mean, we're cursed. We're cursed, right? I
Yeah,
want
we are.
I want a third game. I want to see Kuku show us some stuff. On this Viper, it's one of his heroes for sure. One that he's a lot more comfortable on. But similarly, very Feast of Famine. They brought 3 members here already. Oh, have I just jinxed him here? First blood,
you
drawn
have.
by DJ. Bosku gonna get his wings clipped bright and early.
Can't quite remember.
That's the
Right,
one thing that they're missing.
BKB.
Yeah. Latent toxicity grows through BKB, which is something they
Yeah.
sort of like adjusted because it was such an awful shot without it. It just doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
what's the point?
Actually, like, I don't get, yeah. Now, Sleight of Chains is gonna be a Sleight of Chains. Sleight of Fist Chains is the only thing that they're gonna have to work with to try and make some of these early kills happen. And that's if Yowe can even get there, right? Mikoto doing a pretty good job. But overall, Yowe still getting the last hits that he needs and finally gonna get that level 6. So an easy reset for him there. Oh, the coil! Yowe! A bit too big for his britches in this mid lane. Thought he could get away with that move. And Mikoto just claims a freebie.
I don't think he was expecting Mikoto to get 6 there.
Oh my, but dying like that too, and he uses the TP. I think his remnant is still around, so he'll be able to just come back into lane immediately. Mikoto
He's
needs
gonna be
to
on
watch
Mikoto's
himself.
side of the river though.
Dire's middle tower is under
Ah,
it's fine.
Safe for HP.
Yeah, Mikoto's covering. You're good.
Yeah. That's not how things are supposed to go. He'll waltz in, steal your bounty while he's at it. The whole time, take a look at DJ. He's being so annoying, bringing these creeps all the way back to where Masaros is so he can farm it in complete safety. No interaction with the Abaddon required. This first-class service.
Yeah, Masaros is doing something great, right? He is doing what a lot of offlaners on the dire side would really like to do. And that's farm jungle and creeps at the same time, right? You get behind the tower on the dire side, or the radiant side, and you farm like the creep camps below the lane as well, or the easy camp above.
All
Holy.
tips come in. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I understand that. When your boy's feeling
Pump
a
him
little
up.
down, pump him
Yeah.
up, right? Give him that confidence. Jotun still sticking around in the area, putting down some nice sentry wants to block things off. Poloson will find himself blown up, but he steals the Wisdom Rune. So not too bad. Masaros able to grab that one as well. So EXP advantage
Radiant's
going
middle
over to the way
tower
of
is under
Bleed.
attack.
maybe one more item on top of that BKB. He's actually going to go for this Aghanim Scepter.
Love that.
Which
Love that.
I absolutely love as well.
Kind of understanding that his role in the fight, he's always going to have that at least 4 to 5 seconds of team fight potential because of his ultimate. And even if he dies, it's not the end of the world. He just needs to make sure that he's able to put up the damage. For now, Dric will try for ambitious TP, but they come in full force. I respond on to Kuku as well. On the high ground, the blast off not going to connect. A bit unfortunate from Poloson there, but didn't really dare to walk up, not knowing where the rest of Darleng were. Just giving a freebie over.
That bounty room.
That is unfortunate. I think you deny it.
Yeah. That's the only thing you can
No,
do.
you know what you should have done? You should have left it there, waited for Bleed to come, and that's the bait.
Oh,
bait,
maybe. Yeah.
You see, Poloson knows he doesn't do it right at the crevice of the crystal. Not gonna get that one. You need to reach down and look at Poloson's hands. They're so small. There's Mikoto though. Getting pressured up by Yowe again. This Ember knows that he has nothing to fear, and man, they're still going. Yowe!
Radiant's
Yowe?
middle tower is under attack.
No, not enough damage, but man, it was close.
Behold!
I mean, you gotta assert dominance like that, right? You gotta make plays like that if you're an Ember Spirit.
I mean, we talked a lot about the no stuns on Darleng. Sure, there's Dream Coil, but he knows that was used, and the only other thing keeping them in place is this potential Techie's explosion. So, I guess, you know, he also, to a certain extent, has the liberty to play pretty freely this game.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you're careful about the coil, that's pretty much it. As long as you have remnants up, you're safe and sound. Troll eventually will be a problem for you, if he's hitting you, that is.
Dire are scanning.
Looks like they want some action though. Popping out Jotun on the side, not really the kill that they want. Apart with the Blink Dagger, already revealed in that mid lane, but Yowe made that aggressive jump. Spots out too, doesn't want to commit the call just yet. Masaros, he's looking for a vacuum, but Jotun, he's getting healed up. It's a beautiful vacuum wall, but Masaros, he's gonna have to sacrifice his life for it, dropping very low, and you don't have enough heals. The Glimmer Cape will buy you some time. There's the Harpoon Hub, and Palos pops the ultimate, turns around, kills off DJ. Ends up being a 2-for-1 trade, despite that nice initiation from Darkseer. And you're not done just yet. Yowe still on the chase onto this park. John's away, and the sticky bomb will keep him in place.
That sums up the fight perfectly. Thank you, Kuku.
Yeah, and
Bleed, I wonder what the call was there for them, like comms-wise. They're keeping so many heroes top, like they had no intention of fighting there. They just gave up a tier 3 tower.
I mean, right now, Bleed, their plan is simple, right? You don't even need to wonder what the intentions is. You can see it on your screen. They still don't want to interact. Even with this troll getting the Aghanims, they know how important the BKB is before they're ready to fight. I mean, one lost fight and it's going to be a Rex anyway, so might as well just kind of buy a little bit more time if you can get away with the respect being shown by Darleng and they back up after a tier 3. Then sure, you take that, but now they'll just walk right back in.
Backdoor protection or not, they're going to whittle down these racks slowly but surely.
But the furnace, I mean, at some point maybe Boss Crew also gets his shot, and then that's when you'll really start pressing. For now, it is a bit of an uphill climb. The creeps finally make their way in here though.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under Radiant's
Easy lane of racks.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
And Bleed
has fallen.
not willing to respond, which, like you said, totally fair. But
I mean,
as you lose a second, maybe a third lane of racks, you got to start
Radiant's
responding
middle
somehow.
I mean, the troll just got enough money for his BKB, so it really feels like it's now or never. Let's smoke up. They're setting up for a potential engagement. It almost looks like he really needs to get the lockdown onto Yowe. He doesn't have any sort of BKB, but has that second life. Don't mess with him. Is that the call from the dive? Mikoto just pop that one out. Trying to approach from the sidelines. JaCkky needs to watch himself. But just get pulled back now. Masaros will be the target. They're straight onto this Darkseer. The Puck trying to cause as much disruption as he can on the sidelines, but already your Darkseer is dead. That's the big teamfight setup. He has a buyback, but now Yowe just running brazenly forward, not afraid of a thing. The Dispel will keep JaCkky alive, though. It's so handy against all these little slows and chains and all these annoying little tools. Darleng, they've set themselves up for success here, getting 1.5 lane of racks at this point. How confident are they feeling about sticking around? Seems like respect being shown. Maybe they're thinking, okay, we need to get at least one pick off first. Here comes Mikoto though. Just dancing all over them, committing the coil for that kill on Jotun. Or at least get something as the departure is made. gave them a rousing speech as a captain. You ever considered that?
Yeah.
So come on, boys, let's do it for streamers everywhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Kuku's a streamer now. Dual Scepter picked up by the park. A bit of a late one, but gonna be very useful against the silence coming out from the Abaddon. Already felt vaguely threatened by that. Both teams smoking up, trying to find an angle. Jotun will hide himself under the cover of Glimmercade. As JaCkky, he needs to be careful how he presents himself. Mikoto in the back line, silence up, but that is exactly what the Yowe was picked up for. Beautiful combination play, and all of them are caught! They just get disintegrated! The poison, it doesn't work against your BKBs in the team fight. That's the trouble of not having stuns. One Yules gets the puck out of there, and now Yowe in a little bit of trouble as well. Mikoto on the chase, finally putting back the aggression that he's been dealing with this entire time. Palos trying to come in and salvage the fight for the team straight onto DJ, but he's been Yules, he's getting kited, and Yowe can't contribute to this anymore. Palos, you have the borrowed time, but you have no more teammates. A buyback on the Viper is all you might have to work with. But Kuku, he's not even gonna give them that. The blink away, post-borrowed time is what keeps him alive, but Palos,
is under attack.
just like that, the game back to less than a 1k gold lead and over a 5,000 gold exchange going the way of Bleed. That is exactly what they needed.
What a beautiful array of your skills. I mean, that was the perfect engagement from Bleed.
Everything
You
lines
can't
up.
let that happen again.
That's what they were waiting for.
You cannot let that happen
Literally,
again.
Vacuum, Will-O-Wisp, Blast Off, Dream Coil, and Mikoto just beating the shit out of all of them. I mean,
And
JaCkky was
Mikoto
the
has a
perfect...
Parasma now too, so
He had
really
a par-
hurts.
He had a Parasma. This
Yes,
uses
yes.
later item. This guy's rich. Yeah, top of the net worth. Had a rough start, but still finding his way in this game, finding his way to make an impact. He's been such a threat to these supports. So hard for them to operate now. That's kind of one of the fears of the Venomancer, right? Somewhere down the line in the game, unless you've itemized perfectly.
Radiant are
Even if you
scanning.
do, you're such an easy target to kill.
Bleed. It looks like they expected some sort of wraparound. They got like a weird standoff.
Spotting Palos. Jumping in again. There's Mikoto with the setup. Only find Dric for now, but he's under the cover of the Glimmercade again. JaCkky will run forward. Meanwhile, Mikoto on the sidelines needs to watch himself, able to just jaunt away. No stuns is the problem, but the partner won't be quite as lucky. Coming straight back down into death. Another beautiful vacuum wall. Masaros! How does he keep finding them all? Mops them up like dust mites on the floor. You're nothing but pests to us now. The chase forward. Can you cancel any of the TPs? There's the Yules. Jotun's gonna get caught again. The sticky, icky boys fall as one. And Yowe, he'll be lucky with his life this time round, but he's thanking his lucky stars. Bleed are just gonna waltz into Roche.
Man, when Masaros shows up, he really shows up, huh?
Woo! This guy kept us waiting for a little bit there. This is exactly what the Darkseer was picked for. It wasn't obvious their teamfight potential, but after they've had the time to farm these items, Aghanim's on DJ, Masaros with the blink as well, and the BKB fearing nothing. They're just able to set up such amazing team fights for themselves. Oh, this Bleed lineup, they have really, really impressed over the past day.
I mean, you just have to be so careful with your positioning on Darleng, and they let that happen twice.
Yeah. Tricky business. I mean, you can't fault to do that, but at the same time, your heroes, they aren't the most mobile. They're not what you think about when playing the outskirts of the fight. They all kind of have to approach, focus the same target. The only one who can do that really is the Ember. And here comes JaCkky, feeling confident, feeling strong right now into the face of the Viper Strike. Another vacuum, not able to reach up to the high ground, but there is the Will-O-Wisp, holding them in place. That's the combo, and the blast off on top of the head. Palos doesn't even stand a chance! Kuku will just go down as well!
No buyback.
Yeah, you're out of the game, 70 seconds. All you can rely on is Yowe to try and make something happen. You at least get that killing spree streak on poloson, but Jotun is going to go down. Turn around, one last Noxious Plague. Doesn't make them hurt just a bit, but it does nothing but tickle against the pipe of the Darkseer. Yowe, you got to do mad work on this Ember. Cut some creeps, pull some magic. It's all on you now.
And this has kind of been the problem with the Venomancer for quite a while now, is there's this item in the game, I don't know if you've heard of it, Sneeze. It's called a Pipe of Insight.
Oh?
It just stops what Venomancer does in its entirety.
I've been there. I'm a Veno player, I know. As soon as I see that.
Oh, I know,
as soon
you're a
as I-
disgusting Veno
Dude,
player.
as soon as I see that initial cloak and a Ring of Reach, I'm like, okay. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm about to be useless in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it's
Straight
not
up
necessarily
grabbing
your
it.
own fault. It's just that's how the hero works, right? Like, you're picking that hero, you have to acknowledge that that's just part of it.
Advanced vision on someone like DJ or Poloson or Mikoto or Masaros, not the Troll Warlord. You can't try for the Troll Warlord. You need to jump in with Yowe, jump in with Palos, and obliterate them. From there, you kite back, lay down wards, set up the fight, and if Bleed are silly enough to continue trying to find an angle, that's where you identify the Darkseer, kill him off with Kuku, stand your ground and deliver with the BKB, and only then do you start to kite around the troll and try and deal with him. That's the only way this fight can work, and you can try and convince me otherwise, but I don't see it. Straight in. This is exactly what I said. If he can kill up Poloson, but straight in as well. The Viper, he just gets caught out. But along with the rest of his team, he's just standing hitting illusions. That's not what you want. Poloson already going down though, but the buyback onto Jotun. Trying to deal with JaCkky, but Palos, he's already lost his ultimate and he's getting melted apart. That's your carry out of the picture. And you might have gotten the techies to start, but you didn't stop Masaros from still turning around and landing that teamfight combination. Oscar will stand his ground and try and work down Mikoto, but the Yowe's completely ineffective. Running forward, JaCkky, even popping that Satanic, you get a second Will-O-Wisp Wisp. The boss Cook, he's dealing with it quickly. Mikoto, you gotta watch yourself. Jaunt away while you're safe. That didn't really end up as disastrously for Darleng as we expected. I mean, Kuku's reached the point where even though, yes, half of that fight he was hitting an illusion, he still is able to stand his ground.
I mean, this is still beautiful. Good save, good save.
And if you play competitive Pokemon, decrease attack by 50%.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'll take
reference
that.
for you there. The recall actually getting interrupted there, finds a stray Palos, and Mikoto, he knows that it's just Palos up here. He's not under any threat at all, so comfortably just clear out this creep wave, get back to work. Probably just get a recall as well. I mean, dude, this could be a S4S Dream Coil if...
Yeah.
I mean, wait. It might not even be a S4S Dream Coil. It might just be a Palos dying. He's just up here by himself. There's no help around. Mikoto's just gonna dance with him. And there's nothing you can do. I don't see any Bleed or Darling heroes. Mikoto still has a Wind Waker should he need it, but he gets a bit too cocky and he goes down. Mikoto, you might be the smartest Dota player in Indonesia, but that was not the move. It's literally a completely measly amount of damage. He's so tanky.
Your wall was committed for that. Wall for what?
No, I mean, that was just non-punch. Oh, I mean, no, you're right. Actually, it was the wall, and things are getting chaotic now. A lot of attacks flying out onto this Troll Warlord. But Yowe, he's found the back line onto DJ. They're punching away. AYAYAdoto's Feather isn't really going to help you there, and you've lost the gem. Meanwhile, Masaros trying to escape the latent toxicity. It's going to work out. The BKB TP out. He'll be fine. Mikoto does have buyback, but a lot of cooldowns committed. Like you mentioned, the wall used up. A bit of a strange one. And it just feels like at this juncture in the game, Bleed are not doing enough damage to work down these heroes. The combination of the Abaddon and how tanky this Viper is. All the damage amp in the world with Parasma and even Techies and hell, even Solarbind, they just can't do it.
And now a 4K lead for Darleng. This game, they can potentially close it out right here and right now.
Poloson with a setup, but nothing else to be found. Just has the taser out of there. Oh, Bosco, he's taking quite a load of damage from the illusions as well as Viper. Oh, sorry, the Park. Mikoto still dancing around with them, playing on a nice edge, but really almost feels like he has to. In comes JaCkky with the commitment, popping the Satanic to get away. The BKB committed from the Viper as well. Meanwhile, sidelines. Looks like the techies got caught out, but able to force out to the high ground. Poloson will be fine. Yowe with the chase in, just playing though. Aghanim Scepter allows him to just dance in and out. These fights are getting so hectic, it's hard to keep track of what's going on. But at the very core of it, Kuku, he's still able to stand his ground and do the damage. Buyback status, still don't have it for the Troll, but the Puck has that available. We've lost it on DJ as well. He had to buy back in that fight just to come back for the defense.
And once again, it's being proven. It's very hard to push high ground. It's been a patch and a half now where it's been incredibly hard to push high ground.
They don't even really have the best, like, quote-unquote high ground tools, right? You have Techniques, you have Koto, sure, you can clear creep waves, but I mean, the Viper can just stand his ground and deliver. That's been a bit of a problem so far, though.
Yeah.
They're hanging on for dear life, and in 1 minute, we'll have 60-minute items, so we really need to keep our eyes on that. That's gonna be... I mean, the craziness has already begun, but it's gonna get way worse.
Darleng are
Insane.
really doing it. Yeah, like I can't believe they're winning with this draft. I cannot believe. Well, they're not. They haven't won yet, and I wouldn't even necessarily say. Oh no, we'll say they're winning. Sure. I say that just as, you know, it's going to be a curse now at this point.
According to Gabe, 56% to 46, or 54, sorry. Now Bosku able to clear the way, but there's Masaros with the vacuum in the wall, setting up onto the Venomancer as well as the Viper. They're starting to rip into shreds. Another secondary wall. They need to do the damage on the troll. He's dropping a little low. It's a 1v1 situation. He's standing his ground, but the Viper is fine. Just doing the damage. Lifts up to the sky. Who's gonna go down first? Will it be the troll or will it be Kuku? Kuku stands supreme. Force the buyback. He's got it in the middle of that fight. And Bleed, they're coming out in full force. They have to find more. Mikoto looking for the setup, and you can't 1v1 this big bad raid boss. How have they found this situation? Mikoto, he's desperately trying to work down the Viper, but Kuku's just fine. You need to watch out for Yowe. He can still come in and engage. Not a lot of HP left on this puck, but a Trickster's Cloak in the back pocket. If he remembers, he has it. So many buttons to press. The Arcane Blink away as well. He'll preserve his life, but that is the buyback on the Troll and the buyback on the Techies. They no longer have those tools. But they hold. Bleed. Hold.
Yeah.
There in that top side. One last lane of Rags. Now, like we mentioned, Mega Creeps isn't the end of this world for this lineup. Here they come, Masaros looking for an angle, comes in, punches up the Viper. Bosku committed upon. Where's the rest of the save? It's a beautiful will-o-wisp to keep the backline of Darleng in place, and they're straight to Abaddon. The power time is popped, and JaCkky, he's dropping low, but they found Jotun to start, but it's trading out their troll again. Are you kidding me? Darleng, they are one more step away. They just buy back onto the Venomancer, and charging in is Yowe looking for more. Mikoto, he's trying his best, but he can't do enough damage. Palos standing right in front of them with the Giant Swing and the BKB, while Kuku, he's standing on absolute business, ready to put the end to this extended game. 62 minutes is enough to play, you guys. Working on this tier 4. Is this really how this match ends? Bleed. They're gonna be kicking themselves or letting this one fly, but look at Shadows, keeping the Viper safe. Another refresh, another vacuum. The wall. Oh, that's all you have though, Masaros. Mikoto desperately trying poloson with a nice blast off. The potential for the 4v5 situation, the punches, Yowe's under some trouble, but the Wind Waker keeping himself safe again. Meanwhile, Bosku's dropping low, actually loses the fight to the Illusion that has the buyback, chooses to commit it. Now Yowe dropping low as well, but he has a buyback, just gonna come straight back into the Remnant. Fly back in and look to end the game. Mikoto and gang, they are still holding on though. Nobody else on the side of Bleed has died just yet. They're forcing buybacks out from Darleng, but they can just go on and focus the throne. They've had enough. Palos starting to punch away, but that's what the grip is for. Yowe, desperate, trying to look for an angle, while Mikoto just dancing and playing and weaving all around them. But the Ancient in jeopardy. Bosku starting to punch it out as Dric has made it his life mission to just heal up this Viper as they fully commit and take game number 2. For the first time across this entire qualifiers crash, we have a game 3. Are you kidding me?
I can't believe it, season. We're going to a game 3.